What up guys, it's Punchy, and today we're going to be looking at a specific talent tree that is very unique in the world of Deepwoken. I've recently been spending a lot of time on Thundercall builds, and it's just another tool in their arsenal. Let's check it out. Before we get started, thanks for all the love in my previous video where we show the true power of the Cutthroat Light Armor set. If you missed it, it's basically the best armor for progressing, but I recommend checking out my video for yourself. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to help out my channel as the wait for layer 2 continues. Enjoy! In Deepwoken, there are many types of bonus effects when we flourish that are specific to our character's element. For example, with Frost Draw, flourishing sends out a path of ice, and for Flame Charm, a flourish sets your opponent ablaze. They're pretty basic but effective, but Thundercall is a little bit odd. There's a talent tree for Thundercalling builds called Static Weaver, which focuses on this unique interaction. There's a talent called Static Link, which says when you flourish an enemy, it creates a static link between you and your enemy. When you flourish somebody with this talent, you'll begin to notice a translucent tether stemming from you connected to the person you've hit. Your tether lasts around 10 to 15 seconds and often does not visually show. They need to fix some of the particles not showing, but by having an active link with your target, your lightning mantras will stun enemies for 1.5 times as long. It's pretty decent because the base stun on electricity lasts quite a while, and I'm sure it works with the storm enchant too. That's not all you can do with static tethers. There's a couple weird modifying talents that allow tethers to be pretty viable and fun to mess around with. One basic talent that helps with this is Link Conduction. It reduces the cost of lightning mantras when there's an active link. The difference is pretty substantial as my lightning blade costs 18% without any tethers and 4% while I do have one link active. Link Conduction is solid, but it's not really something that could be fun. On the other hand, Static Alert is something else completely different that has both combat and trolling capability. By having two active tethers, this will cause the previously tethered enemy to get magnetized to the newly tethered enemy with an additional increased duration to all tethers by 15 seconds. If you're confused by what this means, so am I. When I have an active link on my first opponent and flourish a second opponent, it will send the first enemy into the second, dealing damage to all. It's very good at keeping people close and deals a decent amount of damage. The range that this talent activates is also ridiculous, and I think it actually should be reduced. If you end up flourishing somebody while you have a knocked player with the tether, it will still send them flying together and often flings them. This is where the trolling capability shines. I do have to say it's quite difficult to get a flourish on two different capable opponents while tethers are active, but doing so is a satisfying interaction. It's much easier to pull off versus PvE enemies instead of human players. There's a few other link talents that are also more viable. One talent called Stream Ace says that by using Stream Core, which I can only assume is Lightning Stream, will almost aimbot snap your Lightning Stream to the tethered opponent. Personally, I think this is underpowered because it's not that hard to aim Lightning Stream, and I believe they can still parry it when tethered. The final and possibly best talent that has to do with static tethers is Jumper Cables. If you have a tether link and you get knocked, you'll be able to drain some HP from your target instead of falling down. It's a little bit unreliable in my testing because it did heal me a bit and it didn't drain HP, but it kept me alive longer than expected. Honestly, I do think it's a solid way to implement flourish talents for Thundercalling, yet it's very hard to flourish multiple opponents before the links run out. If you really want to make use of this, you need a finisher's ring to make this viable. That's all I had to say about this today, and there's going to be a pretty big video I'm working on soon, so look forward to that. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment about the best usage for these tether links. Thanks guys.